Hi, beautiful shining stars. All right, so I started the live on YouTube. Get everybody time to join. Oh, great, I have multiple lives open. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. I'm putting away because I was doing some of my 12-month readings while I was waiting and organizing. So you guys ready for 2024? How excited are you about 2024? And we will also be doing like little predictions to see what 2024 has in store for us. Maybe we'll talk to the fairies about that. So I'm going to be doing the live here and on Instagram. I gotta fix that light back there. It's like very bright. I want to shake because it's shaking. See how this works. Hi, welcome Instagram. So we are officially doing our vision board scripting party. You need to pass this kind of. So I have gathered some goodies here. I want to share with you all the magic of scripting and vision board creation. So last year, I created a very, very special journal that we did a launch for right around this time last year for vision scripting. And it looks like this. Some of you guys have already purchased it. I linked it in the community. If you go on the YouTube community, I have linked it. So I want to show you. I mean, this is what I love about this journal is it is something that you could constantly add to. I know everybody creates new vision boards every year, which I do as well, which we're going to do here. But with my vision scripting board journal, a scripting vision board journal, you're able to add, all the time because you're always manifesting. You're not just manifesting in December, January, February. Who's there? Hey, welcome. So you're constantly manifesting. You're constantly working on your intentions and your desire. Right now, I just launched starting today. I think my music just turned off. Okay, there it goes. Actually, I started last night. Our scripting your lifestyle into existence 6-week class. We just launched that last night. So for all of you that have already part of that class, we will be doing our live Zoom in like a day. I think we're going to do it day 8. You'll know once you get to day 3 of the class or day 4. Because we do like a really unique exercise, and then we will be talking about it. So creating a vision board, let me turn that down. This is a little loud, right? That's solfeggio music that I have in the background, which is really good to create this kind of like this beautiful high frequency atmosphere. You want to have that when you're manifesting. So whenever you're journaling, whenever you're scripting, whenever you're just engaging your spiritual self, you want to be able to have like these high frequency energies in the background. That way, if there's any stagnant energies or vibrations, anything negative, you could release it. That energy behind the solfeggio music frequency will clear that out for you. So I had a lot of fun creating these printables. If you go to Patreon, I have some of the printables there. I also have them in my Etsy shop for those of you that want to use printables. You don't need anything crazy to create the type of vision board that I am going to share with you today. So here in the back, I have multiple ones that I did, and I want to share them with you because I want you to see how this magic manifests and why this works. I should have taken it out earlier. I don't want to. Okay, there it is. Wow, I really stuck it there. So, this is the vision board that I created. Now, you may notice that it's pictures of me because the vision board is about you, right? It's about the things that you intend. It's about the things that you desire. So you want to be the center of your vision board. Of course, I made mine really huge because I'm kind of blind. And since my wall is huge, I want it to like stand out. So then what I do is, so you're going to add different pictures of you, happy pictures of you living your ideal lifestyle. And I share this all in my scripting class. In our scripting class, the first 5 days, the one that we're doing now that actually starts tonight, we are creating our dream lifestyle. And I'm taking you on this kind of journey where you are not only setting intentions, which everybody does, but we are co-creating and manifesting what we intend and desire in real time, because this stuff really, really works because we're assuming that vibration. We're aligning with that frequency. So you want to grab any type of piece of paper. I'm going to show you different ways that you could create a vision board. So this is just, as a matter of fact, I think this paper is a type of paper in the back. If you wet it, you could stick it. It's almost like wallpaper, right? I found it at Michael's, really pretty. So in my vision board, I have up here a picture of me, and in the background, you really can't see, but there's money. There's, some of the things that I want to be with my children and my grandchildren. So I kind of added all of these different things around the back of myself, because I'm the magnet. I'm trying to bring to me the things that I intend and desire. And then these are different. So this one right here is my goal for the scripting class that I'm working on as we speak. And what I'm doing with this is every time somebody signs up, I'm writing their name on the little daisies because it's of course my name and one of my favorite flowers. And then here I have, of course, my scripting book, which is I just created the soft cover. And then to the right is the other one that I created myself. I love that picture. And then what do I do with this? What is the purpose of having a vision board with your picture on it, right? So then after I created that, what I do is, and you could order this on Amazon. It's very, very inexpensive. I think a pack of like 25 costs like, I don't know, $10 maybe. So this is sticker paper. This sticker paper. Okay. It's the easiest thing to do. And then you are going to go to Canva. Canva's free when you do this stuff because you're just uploading. This is your stuff. So what I do is I will have pictures of like me with my family. I'll go, like, let's say I go window shopping, right? And I want a handbag or I want an outfit or, whatever it is that I want, I'll take a picture of it. And I'm doing this all the time because I'm collecting, manifesting, setting your intentions is all about daily habit, right? So you're constantly creating your lifestyle. So sometimes you are randomly somewhere with a friend and you come across a store or you come across an event or something and you fall in love with something. So what I do is either I'll take a picture of myself with it or I'll take a picture of the item. But I really try to get a picture of me with this item. So if you're at a store and you fall in love with, let's say, a Coach handbag or whatever it is that you like, you really want, it's like $1,000. Just, tell your friend, whoever is with you, or do a selfie of you with a handbag. And my main manifesting is always spending is leisure, is traveling, is having fun with my family, is, most of the time they just travel to me. I haven't done much traveling in 2021. Sorry, in 2023, I did more traveling in 2021. So I think 2021 I went to a couple places, and then 22 and 23 I've been quiet. But the family has come to visit and stuff, which is what makes me happy. So I have a lot of pictures of me with family because that's what I'm trying to manifest and co-create in my life, right? Lifestyle. So I have like beaches, again, different traveling, things that I want to do, more lifestyle. My books, my Scripting Your Soulmate into Existence. Where is it? How to Script Your Dream Life. I have them here. So all of my books, because that's what I'm co-creating, right? I'm selling my books. That's what I want to do. So sometimes I'll make multiple copies of these. And the reason why I do this is because creating a vision board is not just a one-time thing. I know a lot of people will do like a party and we'll do, we'll create our scripting, our vision board. And I love the office. I don't know if you can see it. I love making my office like very, very pink. Love it. So we're constantly adding to our vision boards. Constantly adding. So you want to put yourself, like I showed you the picture of you, happy. Do your face, do your hair. Try to take a picture on a day that you're super happy. Like, don't take a picture of yourself when you're in a rut or stagnant energy. You wanna vibrate. Remember, everything is energy. So when you're taking these pictures, when you're doing this stuff, you want to be at the high frequency, balance, and state. You want to be super happy, right? And make a couple of copies. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the picture. And I'm going to do this here with you guys. So you're going to cut out the picture. So I'm going to cut out the picture of my pink office, which is something I've been working on for a little while. I have a green chair because I didn't have the pink one. But and this one's not like as big or as cozy or as comfy. So one of the things that I want to do is get that big cushiony pink chair. So what I'll do is, like a pink office, and this is, you could go to Pinterest for this. Pinterest has a lot of really cute aesthetics for your vision board. And I will just grab my vision board and I will stick it in my little office. Right? Stick my little office. You see my little office? Sorry, this one. And then I script over it. And how do you script over it, Daisy? So this is where you have a lot of fun. So in my scripting class, I want it to be very interactive. I want my participants to have a lot of fun. So I said to them, what do you need for the scripting class? You need a journal. You could use my scripting journal, but you want to have your own journal. Of course, we have workbooks and printables that they could print out, or that they could just, copy, the wordings and whatever. I created a lot of stationery through Canva, which I absolutely love. Again, like I said, Canva's free for a lot of stuff, a lot of projects. I do pay for mine because I do a lot of work for it, right? So what you want to do is you are going to grab a marker, right? And you're going to go right next to what you just put on your journal, your vision board, and you're going to script over it. I script right over the picture, right over the picture. So now I'm the magnet. I'm the center. I'm the focal point of my vision board, right? And then around me, I add the things that I want to manifest in my reality. I will write, I love my new pink, aesthetic, organized, because I have issues with that, office. I truly enjoy working, creating, receiving, and giving from my beautiful pink office space. Okay? See that? Very simple. But you see how I wrote in present tense? I love my new pink office. I love, because I use the word love a lot. I use words like love and beautiful and gorgeous. Just these are words that I am constantly using because for me, they're words that make me happy. When you tell somebody, oh my God, you look gorgeous. Like, that's such a powerful phrase to tell someone, oh, you're so beautiful. You'll notice that I'm like, hi, beautiful, because I feel like we don't receive that enough. We don't receive beauty enough. We don't receive the love enough, So everything that I create comes from love. It emanates from the essence and energy of love. So I always say, I love my job. I love my work. I love creating. So by me emanating that, and I talk about this in my classes, remember, words are spelled, right? So we are creating spells through our words. So one of the exercises that I've shared in my classes is to take a recorder, and now you can do this in your apps, and record your conversations. Now I get the whole privacy and all that stuff, but this is for you. You don't have to share this with no one. But something that I noticed when I did this, and because of my cousin who shared this with me, was that I used the word terrible a lot. And I didn't even notice that I was using that word. We would just have conversations and we would talk about this or that, the other. I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible. That's such a not nice word, right? So I didn't notice that in one conversation, in one phone call, I literally said that word over 20 times. Count it. 20 times. So how do you shift that? How do you take these words and phrases that we say out of our subconscious, out of our energies and vibrations? So I subconsciously told myself, and I said, okay, so whenever I say that word, I want to be aware of it so I could cancel it out. So you could cancel energies out. So if I do say the word, this is, terrible, I'll say cancel, delete. Very simple. Cancel, delete. I cancel, delete that from all timelines, from all realities, from all vibrations. I just cancel that energy out, just deleting it. It no longer exists, right? And then I will, if something is not nice, you see how you just rephrase that? Well, that's not perfect. Well, that's not nice. And you're still using different vibrations to express when something is not, up to your standards, right? So when we're creating the vision board, you want to use words that emanate high vibrational frequencies, but they come from you. My vocabulary already uses gorgeous, beautiful, love, gratitude. I'm constantly using those words on my daily, spellings. So when you create your vision board, and I really, really hope that you guys do this. I really, really hope you do. I would like for you to take a picture of yourself, a happy, beautiful picture of yourself. And then some of the most randomest pictures will be the cutest pictures. Like, I think I'm so cute in this picture. I was just sticker stuck. I was just creating I think it was content, and I'm gonna have to stick it back. I didn't want to do that, but I'm gonna have to. And my hair was wet, and it was like droopy, so we were just about to go out and stuff. So I kind of put like 2 space buns, something crazy. It was like very like messy, and then I don't remember what it was. I think I was doing it for my scripting journal. I needed a picture of my money wall, right? And I just took a selfie. And I don't do this a lot. Like, you go to my social media, you don't see a lot of pictures of me. It's mostly of like, quotes and this and that and the other. So I loved it. I thought it was super cute. Like, if you notice, I use that picture a lot because it's a picture of a state of happiness. I was in a great place. I was super happy. I was co-creating because I was creating stuff for my work, and just I was vibing. I was just super vibing in that time frame. So you want to do that. You want to, the more energy that you add to what you are creating, the easier it is for you to manifest. So, and like I said, if today you're not in a good place, if tomorrow you're not in a good place, do it in a time frame where you feel good about yourself, where you're happy, where you're excited. We have our off days and we have our optimistic days, our fun-loving, radiant days. Every time you wake up in the morning, it's a whole new day. So take a picture of yourself and then have fun. I want you to, and some of you guys are really, really, really young. But way back in the 80s, when we used to go Christmas Santa Claus shopping, there was this place called Sears. And then if you would go into Sears and you would walk way in the back, they had this like really small office space with huge catalogs. And we loved it because in the catalogs, they had like toys and stuff like that. And my mom used to love it because, she wanted gadgets for her house or, things that maybe they weren't in the store. They were in the catalog. So that's how Sears would have too much inventory because people would go there and order what they wanted. So vision boards are very much the same. It's almost like a quantum catalog where you are adding the things that you intend and desire. But the reason some manifest and others don't, I want you to comment how many of you guys have made vision boards and have not manifested. You've made vision boards and you have not manifested. Give me a little thumbs up or something. Just share, because I don't know about you, but I've made a lot of vision boards and not seen a lot of movement. How many of you guys? How many out there has had this situation where it's like, Daisy, I made a vision board. I've been making it for the last 2 or 3 years. I know because you guys email me all the time and tell me this. I've done this so many times. Nothing happens. It's because of the energy. It's because we do not go that extra mile and add our personal touch. We make it very alien. So a lot of people, and you could go on Amazon. Right now, if you go on Amazon and you just use the keyword vision board, you're going to get a lot of books with a lot of cutouts for you to just kind of like grab a board from Dollar Tree and put a lot of stuff that you want. But if there's no energy behind it, it's just pictures. You have to add your touch, your energy, your words. This is super powerful. I guarantee that if you do this, you in 2024 are going to see grand manifestations. You're going to see grand manifestations. So have fun with this. Really, really have fun with this. And the power is your picture, adding around the things that you intend and desire, and then script over it. So in my altars that I have for my clients, what I've been doing the last couple of months now, and I've always been scripting for my clients. I do scripting with pen. I do visual scripting with visualization, ethereal energy, and I voice script over them. I will walk up to the altar and I'll state things in present tense over their altars. And I teach this to my own calls so they could do it as well. But a couple of weeks ago, Spirit said, you do this in your own, scripting vision board journal. Do this for your clients as well. Script right over the picture. And I was like, yes, totally. Because our written word is so powerful. When you write something, it's just so powerful because you are adding your energy, your vibration, you're declaring, you're confirming that something is already part of your reality. So just like here, something simple about my desk, and you might think like, well, that's so simple, Daisy. Like you go out and buy stuff for your desk. Yeah, absolutely, totally. But the chair that I want is $500. You understand? It's not like I just want a rickety ding. This one cost me $100 and something, and it's like rickety ding. The one that I want is like big, it's lush, it's super pink, it's $500. So that's just one item. That's not that I also want a shelf for my books. I want to redo my back. So it's like a lot of little things. So if I'm really looking at my ideal dream sacred space office, just guesstimating it is going to be at least $2,000 or $3,000. Just guesstimating it, And for some people, that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. But we have to, kind of like work around what we intend and what we desire. Here's another thing that works for scripting, your vision boards. So let's say that you want to buy a car. And I know because I did this for my own car and it absolutely, absolutely works. So if you want to buy your own car, right? You have this car, you know what you want. You want to go to the online dealership, right? And you want to download or copy and paste the picture. Again, you could do it for free in Canva. And then what you want to do is add a little sticker of yourself, a picture of yourself next to the car or on the car, right? You put it on your vision board and you script it over. I'm super grateful. I absolutely love my car. I love that it has and then state everything that you want. Be very detailed. I love that my car is white or black or electrical blue. There's so many like cars now, colors, like they're very specific. It's not just black. It's like onyx or that charcoal. Like there's so many details now. So you want to add the details because when we are trying, like that I wrote was very like, okay, whatever. I'm super grateful for my pink aesthetic, office. But when I actually sit to vision script, I write details. I add little things. I love that I have a plush pillow for my chair that supports my back. So I'll add little things. And again, this is something that I do not just one time, constantly adding to this vibration, which takes me to the next form of scripting vision boards or vision board scripting. So this is my journal. You see all the stuff in it. And so it has areas. It has areas for love. Okay, everything fell out of it. It has areas for love. And this is stuff that I added last year. And like I said, this is just a picture of almost like a beach type of vacation, which we almost went and we didn't. Here I added some wealth magic. I just started writing, scripting about wealth, and I add like pictures of things that I want. And let me share something with you. This was before I thought about creating my classes and courses. Okay. And I wrote, wow, the magic that has occurred in 2023 has been extraordinary. I now do sold out virtual speaking events that give me 5 figures. I tend to write a little slowly. In sales within a few hours of dropping the event. I do my classes and courses online. I do virtual events. I do events through Eventbrite, and the Zoom meetings fill up. It's like super amazing, super amazing. And it's something that in 2022, when I was trying to get out of doing the rituals, it was very far-fetched. So I remember when, and I shared with, like, you could go rewind some of my videos, and I remember when I was sharing with you guys that I was like afraid because my rituals was my bread and butter. Like, this is how I paid my bills, And I was like, when Spirit's like, Daisy, you gotta, like, you gotta, like, let this go some if you want to keep, manifesting your next, if you want to, like, create the content. And I was like, it was scary, because of your security, right? So I started, I was like, I'm gonna script about it. So then, of course, once you start, I remember my first class, I think, had one person, but it felt so good. I made sure that I went above and beyond for that one person, and I made $100. It was $100. That's all it was. But it just gave me the motivation, and this is what happens when you not only do this December of, the closing of the year, but you're constantly adding magic to what you are co-creating. And I've just, like, here's another thing. I come back, because you notice that I wrote on the other side, I come back and share the magic that I've co-created that makes me feel so good. Family, all the time. I have manifested Mother's Day vacations with my granddaughters, birthday surprises with my granddaughters, because these are things that I really, really want and cost money. It's not, inexpensive for my granddaughters to come to where I am and just spend a whole week. It costs money because, we're going out, we're doing Disney, we're just doing so much stuff. And then just look at this. Just pages and pages of things that I'm constantly, and when I go back and I reread them and I see that I manifested, it just feels really, really good. And we're gonna be working in the 6-week scripting your lifestyle class. We're gonna be working with a scripting vision board, because we're going to add aesthetics to what we are trying to co-create. Now, in my scripting my dream life workbook, which for those of you, how many of you that are here are in the scripting class? Because I think so far we have 10. I think there's 10 of us in the scripting class. Not all 10 have started. I have some that are saying they're not going to be able to start till January. How many here are in the scripting class? Because that's something else that I want to do that I'm super, super excited about, and I want to share with you guys. Let's see if I have it here. And my printables. I think it's so pretty. Look how pretty. So look at the printable. Relationships. We're just going to have so much fun in this scripting class. All right. Okay, that's not it. Where is it? Because I also want to see who's here, because I'm going to share some amazing news for my scripting class participants. I just did so many pages. This is all stickers to add to my vision scripting journal, because not only that's what I'm saying, I'm redoing this wall. Here's another thing, really magical for your vision scripting board. So what I do is, since I have this in my sacred space and I'm constantly looking at it, I'm constantly working on, what I do is I add magic to it by sometimes per se, I wanted certain tickets that I wanted to get. They were a little pricey. They're a few grand. And, when you're spending a certain amount of money, you kind of freak out. I don't know about you guys, but I freak out. So when of course I connect with spirit, because I'm a spiritualist. So I totally connect with spirit. I hear my angels, and spirit will say, Daisy, you got this. You got this, girl. Go ahead. This is good for you. This is your lifestyle. Remember, you got to live the lifestyle in order to bring in more of the lifestyle, in order to expand the lifestyle. So long story short, I was in the car with my husband. I don't know where it came from. He's like, it's so crazy. Like sometimes I worry about this or the other, and then I just remember. You remember that time where we were like super broke, and you manifested like $10,000, and you bought me a car. He's like, do you remember that? I'm like, I wouldn't. That's in like my books. Of course, I remember that. I'm never gonna forget that. That was like my major manifestation back in 20. I don't know. It was like 2012 or something. It was like crazy. 2013. Who knows? Anywho, the point is the spirit. When you start creating, when you start manifesting, when you start using the law of attraction, the law of assumption, you start using scripting, you start living this lifestyle that you want to co-create, you get these urges, like intuitive guidance to do certain things, to take certain leaps of faith that sometimes will scare the bejeebies out of you. It's going to get scary because, like I said, when we're like, you got the few grams, and I'm thinking, yeah, but I want to hold that money because I have a huge goal that I want to have a very lush stash. Here's one of the things that I did that I shared in my scripting class. So I have another one, and so these are called cash books, and you can find them on Amazon. I think I got this one on TikTok because I love sparkly ink, and it was really inexpensive. It might have cost me $15. I don't know. And it has like supposedly, I guess people use this, take it with them. Of course, I'm not gonna be walking around everywhere. I mean, I don't go out a lot, but I'm not gonna be walking around everywhere with the cash book. So anywho, but I think it's great maybe to add like scripting manifesting cards into your cash book. So here is another vision board for you to manifest. I want you guys to enforce your manifestations for 2024. And I'm going to jam pack so much information in this live for you to be able to take notes and use what resonates with your energy and your vibration, what makes you giddy, what brings you excitement. If my vision board idea didn't make you excited, then it's not for you, right? But maybe you like the journaling idea. Maybe you like the cash book idea. So again, what I do is I will take a picture of me in my ideal lifestyle. What's my ideal lifestyle? My ideal lifestyle is that I have, of course, my content in my books, and usually my content, my classes and courses, all around my books and what I teach and what I share with you guys, so you all live your own beautiful lifestyles, right? So I like take a picture of myself holding, which I'm so proud of. I don't know if you saw my TikTok, but when this is like my major baby. This is like my first best-selling book. Like this is like super, super happy about it, excited, surreal energy. Oh my God, I did it. Oh my God, it's growing. It's just like, oh. So, my readers were constantly emailing me because I get readers every day that email me on this book, because I give them, once they buy this book, they get the free scripting workbooks. It's kind of like my gift to them by supporting me, because you're still purchasing a $20 book. I mean, my ebook was only like, I think there's only like $4. It's really inexpensive. Long story short, they was like, Daisy, I really would love a soft cover where I could just like write notes. And that's super funny because I'm the same way. I don't know about you guys, but when I get a book that I really enjoy and love, I fill it up with Post-its, I add notes to it, I highlight it. So I added like little prompts, I added workbooks, nothing crazy, just like little areas for you to kind of start scripting. So you don't have to like wait. So you could just take that moment when you're in the zone because you're reading, you're being inspired, and this all comes from you guys. These are your ideas. So when I'm creating and I'm sharing magic, this magic is not just from spirit, it's also from you guys. And that's why when I like the scripting class that we're doing right now, that we're like manifesting in right now, there's a lot of like so-called quizzes, but they're not really quizzes. They're open-ended questions. And of course, if you are like, Hermit, I don't want to share myself, I'm just going to do it and go. I have a lot of participants that are like that. You don't even hear about them. They take the classes, they do the stuff. I remember in the beginning, I would worry like, oh my God, maybe they didn't like it, because ego like to tell you stuff like that. And then they'll like message me, some, not all of them. Some I never hear from them. They're like, I love it. They take all the classes, they're in there, but they won't even, not even a peep. So I've gotten used to those type of participants. And then I have some that are like super hands-on, like they answer all the questions, they send me concrete feedback, like, Daisy, I love this, but I would love this even more, which I enjoy because I'm able to be like, okay, this works, and I'm able to share it like in our Zooms, in our Q&As. So when you manifest your lifestyle, when you're like co-created, you want to be open, because I know sometimes it's really hard to take like criticism. And let me tell you that concrete criticism is a great way for you to know what is not really ideal and what is not really working in your life. So when you go to a reader and everything is peaches and cream and everything is bubbly and nice, and they don't really tell you like, hey, you should try this, or this is not really working, or the truth is this person is not good for you, not telling you to be like harsh, because sometimes parents will become like very like, but this isn't working. Like, why are you doing this? Usually they'll tell you this is not working. You have free will. I'm not going to tell you to go against it, but I advise, when this comes across, it's for you to kind of, especially that 2023 is a karmic year. It's about us looking at our life and seeing what no longer serves us, so we can release it, delete it, cancel it out, let it go, and start new, start fresh, start creating. So I want you, when you create this vision board, not to focus so much on like what didn't serve you. Think about relationships, very, very important. Think about maybe the place that you live. I have a client who's like, I really, really want to move, but I don't have the money. How many can resonate with that? How many of you guys say, Daisy, all the time I get this. I really, really want to do this, but I can't leave my job because how am I going to pay my bills? And this is exactly what I was just telling you a little while ago. Like, Spirit's like, you got this. You have the money right now. Go, pay for that. It's part of your new lifestyle. And it's true, because if we're living in that infinite abundance, in that infinite prosperity, in that infinite supply of all of the things that we need and desire and intend constantly flowing to us, it is our mental blocks, that embedded subconscious vibration that has been constantly on repeat told to us over and over, that has seized us from manifesting what we intend and we desire all the time. This is like your parents, your teachers, your guardians, your coworkers, your bosses, the television, social media, all the time sending you all these mixed signals, and you're confused. So when you create your vision board, I want you to really sit down. I want you to go crazy. I want you to sit down and think about what it is that you really, really, really love. And this is what I'm sharing with my participants in my scripting class. We are not just addressing our relationship. Like, a lot of times participants come because they want to get married, or they want to reconcile, or they want to work on their marriage because it's not, it hasn't been 100%. Or I get mostly relationships, or then I'll get like all wealth. They're super broke. They're trying to manifest, large sums of money, and that is like their main thing. But we in this class are addressing our complete lifestyle, because if we're not balanced, because we are this divine pyramid, and spiritual's on the bottom, then we have the mental, and then we have the physical, right? So if any part of our divine pyramid is unbalanced, is going to cause a lapse in our manifesting. So when you're creating your vision board, you want to add a little bit of everything, and always put yourself in that equation, and this is why it's so important to do the exercise of taking a picture of yourself. Maybe, let's say, like I said, since my lifestyle is my, my content, my creation, my hanging out with my family, I make sure that my pictures are, pictures of me with my family, and I have a lot of that, and I put them all the time. Let's see if I have one here so I can show you, of me with my family, just having fun, just enjoying. Like here's pictures of me and my husband when we went on our last anniversary vacation. See if I have just like me with my granddaughters and my daughters, my daughter, and I usually have some of me and my boys. Just a lot of pictures that are personal, because if you just add everything from Pinterest, it's not personal. It feels like something that you have to kind of like go get or fish, So if you do, like I said, if you do add pictures from Pinterest, which is great because I absolutely love Pinterest, make sure you add yourself to it. Add yourself inside the house, add yourself inside the car. Put yourself on your ideal workspace. Something else that I do. Here's another vision board idea. Another thing to do is take the pictures. Let's say that you want to redo your kitchen, and you went to Google or Pinterest or whatever, and you found your dream kitchen. Take a couple of those pictures. I would print like 2 or 3 of them and put them around your kitchen. Put one on your refrigerator. Put one on like one of the counters, cabinets. Just put them around. Maybe one in the dishwasher. That way, every time that you go into your kitchen, you see your dream kitchen. And then what I do is, when I'm projecting my ideal home, because I'm in a major process of moving soon, maybe not so much 2023 because it's coming to a close, but maybe mid 2024, maybe opening up 2025, because it's like a huge move, right? Give yourself time to manifest. A lot of the reasons we don't manifest is because we sabotage our goals and desires before they have time to completely come into fruition, because we want them prematurely, because everything right now has to be fast. I mean, think about social media. Everybody watches 7-second videos. Think about that. The attention span is so ridiculous right now that people, they get bored over a few seconds. That's crazy to me. So all the time I'll get people to come to me, and I used to have, for clickbait, because that's how you make money, is manifest in 24 hours, or get this in a week. And I stopped doing a lot of that, because you have to give yourself time. You might need the $1,000 today because you have a bill to pay, but how good would it feel if you could get that $1,000 reoccurring, not just today for that one bill, but again and again and again, so you could now pay your bills 2-3 months in advance. You know what I'm saying? So it's like working on the lifestyle, working on that cosmic shift and change. So I'm going to take this moment, and I want to invite you all. I want you to email lovegoddessdaisy@yahoo and put in the subject scripting live, or vision board live, whatever, because I'll know it's from this one. And I'm going to send you the printable for this beautiful vibration and energy, so you could start manifesting right now. And what energy are we in right now? Did you know that yesterday was 12/12? I think it's so crazy how spirit sometimes puts dates for me without me even realizing the significance and the magic behind it. We even had a colorful meteor shower that's been happening on the 12th, the 13th, and I think 14th, or 13th and 14th. So today and tomorrow. And this is you're supposed to be able to see this worldwide. It's super crazy how, when you're in alignment with your manifesting, how spirit co-creates things. And as I'm creating this printing class for you all, I'm super, super excited, because I already uploaded up to day 4. And realizing, because I do this right along with you guys, and with her it's like, we're gonna do this and we're gonna have a Zoom meeting about it. We're gonna share notes and really come out of our shells, because we're putting our vibration out there. Because one of the fun things about manifesting is when you have a partner or someone that you could share your radiance with, you could share your magic with, and you're like, yes, absolutely, you got this. This is gonna happen. This is absolutely awesome. So I'm giving you guys a window, and then I'm going to give you a special offer for the Language of Money class. So Spirit shared with me the Language of Money class is going to start, I think it's the 24th. I don't have it right here. I will say though, it's on the full moon in January, because I was like, Spirit, how am I going to do this scripting class and also do the Language of Money class? Because the Language of Money class, it's like a lot more work. Like scripting is kind of like very second nature to me, because I do this all the time. I script for my clients, I script for myself, for my family, for my friends. I'm constantly scripting, right? So it's like very like, I got this. I could teach this with my eyes closed in my sleep. But the Language of Money class is very detailed, because so much goes into it. So I could teach in a way that illustrates in like this very basic form for you to comprehend. Because something that I learned in manifesting is that you're not going to know until you know. I read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book so many times, and I did not understand it until I was ready to understand what he was teaching me. So it's like almost like there's this veil over us. So until you get, and that's why the Language of Money class and my scripting class, I add subliminal audio rituals to declutter. You gotta get rid of that clutter, that old stagnant energies, that conditioning, those blocks, especially that we are constantly on social media. There's things constantly being pushed at us. So we're kind of like, our ears are closed, but it's more like our mental comprehension is blocked, for us to acknowledge, oh shit, this is how it works. I have a video where Neville Goddard talks to Abdullah, talks about how Abdullah taught him about the law of assumption, through, the Christ teachings, the real Christ teachings, not the stuff that they water down and kind of like feed to you. And I'm sorry if I, nothing against Christianity. I am all for everything. But that video is so powerful, and I kid you not that I've listened to that video over 1,000 times. And every time I learn something new. Every time. I actually have that video as part of my wealth class, and I break it down to such a way to really illustrate the teachings in that. That one video opened me up to how to live your lifestyle. So it is really, really cool to do this work that I'm doing. So my offer is, I'm keeping the class. I was going to put it up. I'm keeping the class at 11. So sorry, 11111. So $111.11. Because the energy of 111 is the energy of manifestation. It's the energy of amplifying what we intend and what we desire. When I was going to put it up to 122, Spirit's like, it's not a 222 energy. I don't know if you grasp that, which is great, because that means you guys still have a chance to be part of the class. And the class is evergreen, so it's not going to go anywhere. Like, you could continue, to be part of the class. Like I said, I have someone that's not going to start till January, and that class starts today, and it goes all the way to January 17th, I think it is. But even then, even if you start in the beginning, you're still part of the class, And then the Language of Money class starts about a week and a half after that, during the full moon in January. So for all of you that sign up to my scripting class, get ready. You'll get the Language of Money class for half off. because I know the language of money class is pricey, and it's because it's a 555 energy, and it's a big thing that I'm working on. It's huge. So if you want all that, I put my email there. Even if you don't want to be part of it, if you're just here for the freebies because you want to, manifesting. I have people that do all of my free resources. My website. Let me put up my website. There is so much free magic on my website because sometimes we need to start somewhere. I started somewhere. When I first started, when I lost everything back in 2007, when we had that first crazy recession, I didn't have anything. So, I had to start just like everybody else, right? I don't know why it does this to me. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here. I always forget how to find the site. Okay, here it is. So I can send it. So when you go to the site, it's going to ask you to subscribe. It's this cute little kind of thing that pops up, and she's like in kind of like a yoga position or something. And you are able, once you subscribe, you're able to do all the freebies. Yeah, she's like in a position. You're able to do all the freebies. And there's so many free resources. I've had my webpage now, super proud of my webpage, and it's nothing out of this world. Like, I'm sure it has so much work. I mean, I know it has so much work because a couple months ago it crashed, and I'm still cleaning it up. Like, I do this. I do have a VA, but the VA, does like emails and stuff like that. She really doesn't, But anywho, take advantage of all the free resources. And again, if you sign up to the scripting class, we are doing our first live Zoom next week. So you'll be a part of that, which is going to be a lot of fun because we're going to do angelic energy, because I love to work with my angels. And that's kind of one of the things that I love to share with my participants in our classes, because like I said, we get rid of the conditioning. We kind of like shift our realities. We shift those vibrations. I have some of the subliminals in my Etsy shop that you could purchase for those of you that are, you can't make it to, the scripting class. Even though I think I offered, if you go to the scripting class, for those of you who can't pay the whole 111, there's actually an option to pay in 2 parts. So I try to make everything as accessible to you as possible. So when Spirit's like, if you sign up, if you are part of the scripting class and you sign up, before the closing of December, you get the language of money class for half off. And that's a crazy, amazing deal. So message me at lovegoddessdaisy@yahoo.com, put in the subject line vision board party, and I will know, to send you all the information. And of course, you can message me any questions or concerns. Now let's get back to the cash book. So what you want to do is get this really cute little book. You don't even have to get anything crazy. A couple of years ago, before I even knew, before this was hot, because this is like very trendy right now. Like, you could find so many videos and people talking about cash books and whatever. So before that, I actually got a cute little binder, and it had seed packets inside. It was for gardening, because again, gardening is still hot, right? So, and I still have it somewhere, and it still has cash in it. And I make sure that like my kids know all this, because God, the whole point of me is to do all this stuff for my children, right? My children, my grandchildren, so they can have that. I'm kind of in my Instagram. My Instagram was lagging. So anywho, get your cash book. And like I said, go to Dollar Tree. If you can, because these are, anywhere from $10, $15, $20. Dollar Tree has cute little binders and stuff like that you could do your own stuff. And I know on Etsy, there's girls that will sell you their cute little envelopes for like really inexpensive, or you can make your own. Like I said, mine was seed packets. My first one was seed packets. Like, there's no excuse for you to do the stuff that you want to do. So what you want to do in the front is take a picture of yourself. And I would have like a picture of you with money. You see how like have my wall of money. So that money you could buy on Amazon for really inexpensive. Those are $100 bills. So I would do a picture of you holding like money, or maybe you cash your check and have a nice amount of money, and hold that money and take a picture of yourself. And you want to put this in the front of the cash book, because everything is energy. Remember, everything is energy. I'm gonna have to turn off the live because it totally froze. My whole phone is frozen. It's like, are you sure you want to end it? I'm frozen. That was really funny. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Priscilla, you're there. I didn't even notice you were here. She's like, I made it. Welcome, Priscilla. That's really funny. I didn't even notice. I didn't know you were here. Anywho, so get yourself your cash book. Do a picture of yourself holding a nice amount of money, and then I need some water. I have it there. They have like little stickers. Again, you can find these same stickers at Dollar Tree, people. I don't want you to think you have to go crazy. I'm a cutesy person. I like cutesy stuff. So anywho, you want to create each envelope for things that you intend and desire. So what is the cash book to me? The cash book for me is because I love to know that I have a nice amount of money. So let's say I'm a hermit. I go hermit all the time. If you have been following me, you know that I'm just like, where's Daisy? She went off the grid. She disappeared. Are you alive? I get people like, are you alive? All the time. So in order for me to be able to do that, I have to have some kind of cushion, right? Because if I take a whole month off where I don't do any work, the bills are still going to knock on your door, right? So by creating these cash books to correspond what your lifestyle means is a great thing. I have one that's all for like my granddaughters that I just add college, spending money, whatever. They even have an envelope for Temu or Tamu or whatever they call it, because they absolutely love that app. They buy all those things. I'm starting to do it for my crafting because it has like great things for crafting, all because my granddaughters, they're the ones that taught me. So whatever it is that you want to manifest monetarily, cash flow, create the cash book to make it fun. Because the whole thing behind money, and I know because I was there myself, is that we make it so serious because it's scary. Money is like our security. If we don't have it, we can't pay our bills. We can't buy things. I remember something that I talked about, and one of the things was that our kitty got sick, and every time you go to the vet, it's a couple $100s. Okay, even if you have pet insurance, some of the stuff is not covered. So one of the things that I did was I have a pet fund. So we make sure we have a couple $100s just in case the kitty decides to eat something else again. We don't have to like scramble or whatever. But you start to build all those things, and you come to a place where everything just flows and corresponds. Like now I have multiple of these books, and what I do is, this is something that I do, and this is really important, and this is part of our wealth class that we did, was that you want to set it and forget it. Because if you, and I know because this is, I would do this. So I would create my cash book, and then I would have it in a place that was very accessible. And every time somebody asked me for money or whatever, I was like, oh, I got it. It's in my cash book. Here you go. But so what I do now is that every time I get a deposit, I take money out and I add it to my cash book. And then this book goes, ta-da, far, far away. And I don't even think about it. It's like, if this money, it's like not there, what happens is everything is vibrating, everything is energy, everything is magnetized. That's why my mother-in-law, who is the most negative person in the world, used to say that only money has money, money goes to money, and she wasn't far off. So if you have money, you attract money. But it doesn't just mean you have to have cash, because nowadays we don't get a lot of cash. We get deposits. We get, so money is energy. You could have coins. You could have a bunch of pennies. You're still attracting abundance, attracting prosperity. So this is great thing to do starting now, because we're going into the new year. So these are a lot of like little things for you to co-create and manifest whatever it is that you want. And that's why I wanted to touch, and that's why I'm touching, kind of, because this is what we're doing in our scripting class. In our scripting class, we are creating our lifestyle through every aspect of our lives: our health and fitness, and spirituality, career, cash, money flow, leisure and travel, family, relationships, and I'm giving kind of leeway for everyone to focus on their main thing, because like I said, most of my clients, like 89.9% of my clients, are all relationships, which is what I'm saving for last in our vision board, because we're going to have fun with that. So anywho, so something that you want to do with your cash flows is, that way you forget it, is don't go crazy. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to in our wealth class, we talk about the percentages of money by using sacred geometry, by saving 10% and putting 20% towards this. So it's like very you don't have to go crazy. You could say I'm just going to take out $20 a week and put it here. Like maybe you'll do it in like fives, or even once, and put $1 in each little slot. The point is that when you start doing this, you start attracting, because now you have money. I started to notice, since I have a lot of gold, silver, copper, I have precious, jewelry, crystals, all of that they're precious. I attract more. I get people that I don't even know sending me crystals, and not just any crystals. I had somebody send me a $200 crystal that I was like, holy shit, and it's really cool. And then not only that, I started, I would go to places and purchase crystals that when I looked up, they're very rare, and it costs a few $100s. It's really, really cool, because like I said, it's all energy. You're all vibrating. So creating a vision board where you are the focal point, you are the magnet, and you're the center. You start thinking about a magnet. What does a magnet do? I know, because my computer is a magnet. So if I put my computer somewhere and there's a metal paper clip, it's it'll attach to it. And I was like, that can be good for it, But think of yourself as a magnet. So when you are in that vibration, I have money, I have things that I want, you bring more of the things that you want into your life. Here is the funniest thing. This is how I know that I was on track. So this is going to sound really funny. So one of the things that I've been working, because due to COVID, my credit, I don't know about you guys, but my credit went to the toilet. I'm talking about 500. It was bad. And now it's starting to get better. I'm at 600, or six is a one-ish, very still not great, but not enough to get credit cards and stuff like that. Long story short, I was doing some online shopping, because we are in the holidays, and it was almost autopilot. It was if it wasn't me. Credit card came up, I automatically signed up for it. I got approved for a few $1,000s. This was one day. Then the next day, I'm still doing my own shopping. I get another credit card, autopilot again, another $1,000. So now my credit score is going up, because I have actual really good. I have an American Express, which I've never had in American Express, and never at 600. So it's la 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 la. And my husband's credit is better than mine. And I try to say, oh my God, they must be giving these things away. Here's, Eagles oh, they're giving that shit to everybody, girl. So I called my son. I was like, hey, give it a try. And I called my husband. I was like, hey, and they both have better credit than me. They did not get approved. Twilight Zone, my friends. The whole point is when we're in manifestation mode, things start to happen for you. I do it. I always say, like, when you want to know if you're in the vortex, when you're in the zone, do parking. Another thing that I do, because where I'm living is starting to get a little more chaotic. So sometimes, especially there's a lot of construction in the world that I am, I always visualize that when I leave, there are no cars. And I'm talking about there's construction in my street and there's always cars. But you better believe that when I'm driving out of my complex, there's no cars. I could easily go out happily ever after. I'm in a good place. So by just emanating this positive vibrating energy all the time, and this is why it's so important to create the lifestyle. So it's not just your relationship, it's everything. Because a lot of times the relationships are strange because other things are going on, that are causing friction, that are causing chaos. And then instead of like your husband bitching at the boss or bitching at the lack of money, they come and bitch at you, right? Or vice versa, because you can't handle this or that. You go and take it out on your beloved, and you don't even notice that you're doing it. You're just kind of like, because there's discomfort, there's lack, there's scarcity, there's fear. There's just so many different compounds that you have to like work through. So by you taking these classes, it's kind of a way of you stating, I love myself. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to shift my reality so I could be the best version of myself. And then not only that, like, I don't know if you guys remember in one of my last videos, one of our participants in one of the last scripting classes or the wealth class I think it was a wealth class that we did, she wanted to focus on manifesting for, I think, like her sister or a family member because they were in a dire situation. So she used her energy and implemented that manifesting into her family member. And in a matter of like nothing, her family member started manifesting cash flow and got over some big debt. And she was like, holy smokes, Daisy, I can't believe this happened. Like, they messaged me and this isn't. So it's really, really cool. I just got an email. I haven't done because I like to do videos about when I get emails like that. One of my beautiful participants messaged me that out of the blue, one of her taxes was an error, and they just messaged her that she was going to get a few $1,000s. And she's like, you don't understand. I asked for this, almost like she asked for that amount a few months before, and here it is. So she's like, this shit really works, Daisy. Like, this is crazy, And it's just about giving yourself that leeway, that time by you taking care of you. So this is why my classes, sometimes you're like, because I've had people who's like, oh, well, these exercises. I had one person tell me the exercises were silly. And I was like, yes, because it's movement. When we do certain movements, you might think they're simple or silly or whatever, but you don't understand that you're just adding energy to the bigger picture. And it's like, that's why this class is 6 weeks, because we're going over the 30-day mark. Usually 21 days is what you need in order to like manifest. But by pushing the energy beyond that month, by going like a month and a half, you're really like creating big. Like, you're really like, I am awesome. I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to support me. I'm going to bring in all the things that I intend and I desire. And let's go into relationships. So, and this is going to be part of the scripting class, but more intensified. So, creating a lifestyle of a good relationship is by you taking care of yourself. If you feel undeserving, if you feel unwanted, if you don't feel pretty, that's the energy that you emanate. I think I talked about this in my scripting class. So you guys know that I'm like 55 years old. I'm not a spring chicken. So the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of compliments about my age. Like, I don't know why it comes up, but like the other day they were bringing my mother-in-law and they called her my grandma. And I started laughing, and I'm like, no, she's my mother-in-law. And they're like, your mother-in-law, but you're super young. And I'm like, I'm 50. And they're like, what? You look 30. I'm like, no, I have a 30-year-old, you know? So I like, it feels nice because it's an affirmation. It's like you're taking, you're giving me, kudos, you're giving me a compliment, right? So it feels really good. But then it's also like I started to really sit down with it because it wasn't just one person. I had like a bunch of different people in a span of a little while. Even my mom, and my mom's like a huge critic. Like she criticizes everything. And then and she just loves it. She's like, oh my God, did you see your friend so and so? She looks so old. You're like look so young compared to all of them. And I'm just like, Mom, that's like not nice. And the thing is that with filters, social media has a lot of filters. We all use them. I don't use a lot of filters. And I thought that I didn't know she used filters. So I was like, oh my God, you look so good. You look the same, da 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 da. And one day she posted a picture of what she actually looked like, no filters. And I'm like, holy shit, she looks old as fuck. I didn't mean it in a bad way, but it was just like day and night because of the filter. So I was like, that's what my mom is talking about. The point is, I'm not trying to criticize. I feel like when compliments come to you, it's for you to accept them and feel good. It's kind of like the universe saying, you're doing a good job. And why was the universe doing this to me? Because I have been working on my health this last couple of weeks, but and I talk about this in the life class, in the scripting life class, step by step. I'm not overwhelming myself. I'm not on a radical diet. I'm not on a like crazy exercise regimen because God knows I don't like the gym. I am just focusing on. Sorry, this light is killing us, right? Am I right? Is that better? So I think it's just about take your time with yourself. Love yourself, because the more you take care of yourself and love yourself and radiate yourself, like I don't accept negativity from my husband. And one of the things that my husband used to do, because his mom does that, it's like genetics, right? Is that he would complain about me to other people. I don't do that. I mean, I share life experiences because this is my job and my work, but I won't go to somebody and be like, do you know what my husband did? Do you know who my husband? I don't do that. He does that. Like he's sitting with the buddies and, they're whatever, having a beer, just talking smack, and then they'll complain, like sit around and complain about their wives. So I have to sit down with him and be like, you're emanating that energy. Because if I sit down and I'm constantly complaining about you and how bad you are and how you don't do this and how you don't do that, that's the energy that I'm receiving. That's what I'm creating with you. I go, instead, motherfudger, I'm scripting about how good you are and how this you are and how that you are. Of course, I'm a diva. So I kind of like told him and his friends to kind of F off. But anywho, the point is, when you are working on yourself, the confirmations might come by little remarks and things that people tell you, and you want to accept them in gratitude. Because something that I would do is once somebody says something nice about me, I would like look for something about them, almost like I have to give back, because, oh my God, they're being nice to me, so I got to do something nice to them. And yes, if there's something nice to say, but accept the compliment, because that is divine God energy trying to tell you you're freaking beautiful. Accept it, honor it, enjoy it. You deserve it. Let's go to the next. So let's say that you are wanting commitment, or you're not even in a relationship. You don't know how many clients I have right now that have broken up with their beloveds. Completely broken up. Some are like dying for reconciliation. Others are like, deuces, I don't want anything to do with that person because they're just bad energy. Regardless of where you are in your relationship, emanating the lifestyle of having that positive radiant relationship is by, again, doing the things that you want out of the relationship. Example, I want more leisure time. I want more romance. I want to go out and stay in beach resorts. And I love to go down to the Florida Keys. I want to see the snow. I want to so these are like things that I want to do and share with, especially that we had such a huge, health scare with him back in September. Like he could have passed away. It could have been, we could have been having a different conversation here. I might not be doing this stuff because I might be in a grieving process, but I'm lucky that we're still together. So as I am premenopausal, hormonal, super sensitive, an emotional roller coaster, there's energies that sometimes overwhelm me. So something that I am working on is a marriage contract with my husband. That way he knows what I like and I know what he likes. Like his main issue is that he absolutely loves that I cook for him and that I make sure that he has breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, I don't know what it is about that man and cooking, but like that's his main thing. So I used to really loathe doing that. It was just something that I detested. So how did I make it fun? So now it's what we do is that he'll come into the kitchen and help me. I feel like by having that teamwork, by having him kind of interact or do the dishes after I'm done, so I don't feel overwhelmed that I'm just like doing everything, especially that I'm trying to, expand in my work. So by creating that contract, now I know it's hard. And let me tell you, my husband's divine masculine, people. Okay, he's not a walk in the park. By creating that sacred contract where this is the things that I want, like anniversary, like think about, and not only that, I also I want this kind of gift. Like, don't buy me like sometimes like you won't even know. He'll just buy me a random gift. It's like you don't even know me, And it's just like that sometimes they're just not good at that stuff. They're some of us are really like, for example, my kids know what I love, and the gifts that they give me are so like heartfelt. And it might be that I'm like really simple, so that's why my daughter tells them all the time, like, it's so easy to give to mom. It's so easy. And it's so true. As a matter of fact, do I have it here? I don't have it here. My daughter just bought me the cutest Harry Potter journal because I'm obsessed. I've been obsessed with Harry Potter since the 90s, since it started, right? And the year before that or whatever, Christmas before that, my son, my 26-year-old, got me another one. There's like, it opens up. It's just like so magical. My granddaughter with my oldest son, they bought me a little music box. So it's like little things, but they know. My husband doesn't. He'll just get me something because he'll think it's like, oh, she's gonna love this because it's jewelry. And I'm just like, not into that. So you would have been better off by getting me like a crystal or, So what I do now is I have a list of the things that I want, and he has a list of things that he wants. Even though I'm pretty good, like I know that he loves his trading cards and all that stuff, so I'm pretty good at taking care of that. And this year, I've noticed that he's lacking like t-shirts and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do, is just getting a bunch of like really, really nice t-shirts that he's going to enjoy. Anyhow, create a sacred marital or relationship contract. Because I feel like if we knew what we like and what we dislike, we would have less head collisions. We would, be able to have those conversations and fix things. And I feel like that is so, so important. And you're going to laugh, and I shared this. I saw this in The Big Bang Theory. I don't know if you guys watch that show. I absolutely love it. And now I'm watching, the young Sheldon. And just Sheldon creates contracts for everything, from roommates to relationship. Everything has a contract. And it's just a way of your needs being met. It is so important that your needs are met because you deserve the very best life. And if we're looking at life and the outside, if you just one day sit down and watch the news for 15 minutes and you see all the chaos, how ridiculous everything is, you're going to look at life through a whole nother angle, and you're just going to see that you deserve to live as best as possible, because everything right now, it's so like up in smoke. So you want your home life to be as positive as possible. So this is why I said, when spirit's like, take those $1,000 because you deserve this, and you got this, girl. And it's doing that for yourself. It's always placing yourself first because it makes you feel good. Like I said, Victoria's Secret makes me feel good. I don't care if people criticize that I buy $15 underwears. Guess what? They last years and I absolutely love them. If your thing is coffee or wine or I don't know, whatever the fudge, like the cashmere outfit that I bought for $400. Never had anything like that. And again, I'm a t-shirt girl. You guys see me. I'm not into that stuff. But there's just certain things that you want to have because it makes you feel good. Like my Nespresso machine. I took a long time for me to say I deserve to have this. And in the long run, how much money have I saved? Because I don't go to Starbucks every day and spend, anywhere from $5 to $20 because every time you go to Starbucks, that's what you spend, if not more. I've spent $100 at Starbucks with my granddaughters in one run. The point is, you deserve the very best quality of life. And by taking these classes and courses to place yourself and show your subconscious that you're the boss. It is not the other way around. I didn't know that. Our subconscious is constantly conditioned by all the outside noise since we were in our mother's womb. Think about your mother's emotions, what she went through, who was your father. Some of us, were adopted or abandoned, like so many stories that I've heard, of really crazy childhood, situations. All of that is embedded into your subconscious. So your subconscious is working to kind of like protect you. And in a way, and how does it protect you? By not allowing changes, by kind of giving you the same thing because it believes that this is what's right because this was what it was shared. Think about a computer. A computer doesn't do anything either than its programming, whatever it's programmed to do, that's what it does. So that's what your subconscious does. It was programmed a certain way and it's on autopilot, constantly feeding you. Think about how many times have you driven, for those of you that drive, and you get somewhere and you're like, oh shit, how the fuck did I get here? I dozed off. Your subconscious drove. Your subconscious knows that you're going from A to B. For me, I remember sometimes like taking my daughter to work. I'm constantly like taking her to work. And then like one day we're going somewhere else and I subconsciously go to work. Because it's like, oh, Daisy's gonna, there's a daughter. She must be taking her to work. Let's go. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So if we don't take control of our subconscious, then our relationships lack. You understand? Because our subconscious are saying, well, this is what your mom went through. So you're going to go through it too. Because kind of that's the way it is. Because that's the programming that it received. Do you get that? Because I didn't get that before. I didn't know. You have to reprogram the system so you could be in control. So you could decide, I want a diamond ring. I want you to take care of me. I want to be in a relationship where you fucking love me and you say you love me and you stop talking smack about me, And again, a lot of people are not like me. I'm very assertive. I'm very diva, But if you want to be in the relationship, assuming the lifestyle of the relationship is if you want to be married, be married. Get yourself a ring. Put on your ring. Go to the store. If you don't have a lot of money, get a $10 one. They have them on Temu. They have them. Like, don't tell me you can't afford it because they have them on Temu. And get yourself a ring and you're married and feel married. Feel, because that's what we're doing in the scripting class. We are scripting whatever it is that we intend and we desire by creating the lifestyle and living as if it has already happened, as if it has already manifested. Like I showed you in the beginning of this very long live, because we're at an hour and a half, people. When I first started creating content, I didn't know. I said I wanted to do like virtual events. I thought I was going to be like YouTube live, like what I'm doing here, right? I really didn't grasp there was going to be like classes and courses. I didn't know that. I put the energy out there and the outcome showed up. And like I said, the first class that I had one participant. I remember I was like, oh my God, I'm doing all this work for one person. But guess what? That class is still receiving money because I still have people that come from my books and they're eager to take that class. And yes, it's a lot more inexpensive because it was like the first, so it's like I learned so much from it. I learned so much from that creation. And it's always saying to yourself, you deserve it. It's okay if you fuck up. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. Because there's going to be a next time, and there's going to be a tomorrow, and there's going to be a new year, and we're always living in that radiance. So I hope to see you all in the scripting class. Again, the scripting class started tonight. The introduction I did have a couple days ago because it was all about decisions, which I created a whole video on decisions and how powerful it is when you decide the type of lifestyle that you want to live. So I hope to see you all there. Don't forget to email me if you want the free printable. If you're not in the scripting class and you want information, don't forget to email me. And like I said, for all of you that have signed up to the scripting 6-week class, you get the Language of Money class for 50% off. Of course, you have to pay for it by I think January 1st. But I have payment plans. I work with you. You guys know I work with you. Come on. There's no excuses with me. I take care of you guys because we manifest together. We grow together. So no excuses. Put yourself first. You are in charge. Don't let your subconscious tell you what to do. You tell your subconscious what to do. You program your subconscious and create the lifestyle that you intend and desire. And something that we're doing in our scripting class is when we are in a rut energy, instead of waiting for tomorrow, even though sometimes I do, because like I said, menopausal and hormonal and a bit of a diva and super sensitive and emotional. Sometimes I have to go to sleep and wait for tomorrow. But there's days that I'll wake up like in a rut because I do that with my rising mother-in-law. So I have to like go into my sacred space and meditate so I can get out of that rut energy. And I am creating subliminals just for that in our scripting class. And the cool thing is that this is your class that you could use as many times as you want. You know that because some of you guys are still using our Lifebook class. I'm still getting messages from you of how you like redid this and this happened. That's so cool. I have my Lifebook. I'm adding to my Lifebook. As a matter of fact, some of this stuff goes into my scripting vision board journal, which we're going to use this in our 6-week scripting class because I'm going to show you how much magic I have manifested and how to use this magic. So this is why I have 4 pages of my little pictures for me to add to all of my manifestations and all of the goodies that I am manifesting. And you should be able, for those of you that started the scripting class, oops, I don't want to lose that. That's my granddaughter made that for me. You should have the workbook. This is what it looks like. Don't forget to sign your name down there, since it's the energy of the new moon. I think it's the new moon. I think that's what it is that they told me it was. This is 12/12, 12/13, and this energy flows all the way until the 21st. It's some kind of like portal manifesting energy. So I just think it's so crazy that we are creating our lifestyle in a manifesting energy. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, the way spirit aligns me to create stuff and the energies that it pushes me to create stuff in, that I don't notice till like after the fact, because I didn't know. I think Rachel was like, hey Daisy, are you doing anything for 12/12? And I was just like, no, I'm still catching up. November's rituals. You guys know, some of you guys have 11/11 rituals I still have going. Because it's like, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a week. And Sarah's like, oh no, Sally needs another month, girl. So that's why when they told me December, I thought it was because of the classes. I didn't know it's because some of your rituals are still going from November. It's just crazy the way it works. But I love it. It's so much fun. I hope to see you all in the scripting class. And of course, I will be doing a lot more lives. So, like I said, my webpage is right there. Just click on it, subscribe. There's so many manifesting tools. I have a shadow work class for you to kind of release and let go and just assume your manifestations. You all have a blessed new moon. Happy 12/12, 12/13 to 12/21, and happy Christmas. Namaste.